We have arrived at Chichen Itza. Check it out, it's really cool. It's a lot bigger than I thought. I thought it was just this one huge temple. I knew it was going to be big, I didn't realise it was going to be that huge. But we're currently walking around. It's going to be 39 degrees today, a little bit hot, but we're with a tour guide right now, so I'll relay some information onto you when I can. This is super cool, I must say. So this is the famous Chichen Itza. Obviously you can't climb on it anymore. You used to be able to climb on it up until 2006, and they stopped it because people were just screwing it up too much, carving into it. They were saying people were like pissing and stuff, which is grim. But it's a shame. So they were showing us pictures of what they think it would have looked like, and this would have been like all colourful and red. Here's the serpent. So the serpent on the other side as well signifies the this is basically north, south, east, west, and the serpent's to the east and west. We've got another amphitheatre looking thing up here. A lot of these temples have just collapsed over time, which is a real shame. It looks incredible. We're going to go check out some more and see what we can find. We've seen a couple of places where they used to do human sacrifices, but we're trying to take pictures, but it's 38 degrees, so our phones keep shutting off, and the GoPro is also like playing up because it's just so hot. But very cool. One of the wonders of the world ticked off the list. That's pretty cool. This is what it looked like in 1892 when it was first discovered, and these were unfortunately some of the parts of it that had collapsed. But this temple itself is the main temple called Kukulkan. I've absolutely butchered that. But yeah, like I say, it's built of 9 layers and 4 sides, and I'll have to try and find if there's any pictures around of what it looks like on the inside. But the rest of this is in Spanish, so I can only read like every few words or something like that. But the north side is the main area, which is where we just were, and like I was saying, these are the east and west sides where the serpents were. This one here is called the Temple of Warriors. So some of the prisoners, some hand-tied prisoners, as well as the paintings with battle scenes, can be seen in the inscriptions as like depictions of the stories, and you can't really see it from here, but at the top it says that there's a original untouched stone from where they used to, one of the places they used to conduct sacrifices. So it looks like they used to conduct sacrifices sort of in different areas. I don't know if it's because of different reasons, if they've done something differently, but they were saying that there was differences between human sacrifices being sentenced to death in Mayan culture. Being human sacrifice was they would basically cut you open and eat your heart in some cases, because they thought that you could take on the energy of the person that was being sacrificed. It was like they were sacrificing themselves for the greater good of the Mayan people. But if you were sentenced to death, apparently it was, well, I mean, having your heart cut out is pretty painful, but apparently the deaths that people would face when they'd committed a crime or any other things would be pretty horrific. Buenos días, amigo. Solo buscando. Some cool stuff here. Mr. $1. No necesito, gracias. Cool stuff. Buen día. Amigo. ¿Cuánto cuesta?
This one?
This one.
150 pesos.
150 pesos? Sí. Lo tomo. Gracias.
Which one? This one?
This one.
You know how much? 150.
100 pesos. 150 pesos.
150.
Pesos, sí.
Esto rápido.
Gracias. This.
Pero ¿qué es lo que sucede? Bueno, en el paso cenital del sol, que es la posición más vertical, aquí,
Probably said it a lot in this video, but I'm absolutely cooking. It's just hit like 40 degrees, and there's not a lot of wind. You get the occasional breeze, which is absolutely glorious. We're currently exploring the compound. We didn't realise that there's obviously way more than just the original massive temple called El Castillo. There's actually lots of smaller ones dotted around the compound. Some of them obviously are in better condition than others, but we're looking for one of the cenotes, which is like an underground sinkhole that's now turned into like a water basin. Some of them you can swim on, or in even, so yeah, very cool. We've got 3 stricken individuals, and my pigment gives me like SPF 10, so I've got a bit of backup for my sun cream. We've got some big ass, oh, that's close, some big ass water bottles. Lovely view actually. Chichen Itza, or El Castillo as they call it, through the trees. But the weather is doing us in. I mean, it's 40 degrees. I can't cope with this much longer. So we're going to sit for a bit and then make the 10-minute walk back to the coach. But yeah, it is the hottest part of the day. Our phones have been shutting off. The GoPro is shut off. It is unimaginably hot. I've never experienced this sort of heat. I don't know about you guys. The other 3 stricken individuals to have a little doss about, because I mean I highly doubt I'm going to be coming back here again, so make the most of this. Like, this scenery is insane. I know the GoPro's not doing it justice. The thing is really, really tall, and I know we're not talking like ancient Egyptian time, but 3,000 years is quite a long time ago to do buildings, well maybe I'm just wrong, but building structures like this. But I'm interested to learn more about it. We're going next to a sort of a Mayan village, so like a where they still have the Mayan people. Obviously the Mayan people are still around, but I don't think they practice their culture as widely now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that, but I'm looking forward to getting out of the sun as well. I mean, maybe it was a bad idea booking a tour to go through pretty much like an open patch of land for 2.5 hours in 40-degree heat. I mean, I've been to a few hot places, but I don't think I've ever experienced 40-degree heat. Like, this is insane, and the humidity as well is absolutely crazy. I'm gonna go back now because I realise I've just walked around in a circle many times, but yeah, on to the next place. Vamos!
Before we stopped at the Mayan town, we stopped at a cenote. These are natural pits or sinkholes that have collapsed due to the bedrock around them eroding. We had to clean ourselves before getting in them because some Mayan civilizations that are quite indigenous to the area still use the water for things like cleaning and other things in their villages. They were believed to be portals to the afterlife or the home of the rain god Chak. These cenotes are very important in Mayan culture and are still used by quite a lot of the tribes today. We were lucky enough to have about an hour of time to swim in the cenote before we were moved on to our next location, which was about 40 minutes away, the indigenous Mayan town of Valladolid.
Vamos. Estamos in Valladolid. Go check it out. This is an old, I don't know how old actually, a Mayan colonial town. So we're just walking off to get some lunch. Then we've got an hour to explore before we get back on the bus. Just walking to get some food now. Hopefully there's some tacos, but this city, or this town, city, I don't know what it's called, villa, was founded in the 16th century. We have finished eating. Spotted some sort of shrine up ahead. No idea what it's for. Oh, there's some place to fill up a water bowl. That's a good idea. Hola, buenos días. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, this is like another place to eat. Oh, pretty cool. When this town was colonised by the Spanish, they actually rioted after a while and took it back themselves. Only unfortunately to lose it to the Spanish one more time, but obviously the Spanish are pretty strong and they've left their influence throughout these towns, and I have no idea how to cross this road properly. Let's go. But it's an absolutely beautiful town. Look at the colour. It always reminds me of like Copenhagen, where they've got the water, the dock, and all of the multicoloured houses. But estamos en la Plaza Mayor de Valladolid. I've seen quite a few stray dogs around, but they don't look like unkept. It looks like people feed them, wash them, they just look stray. But I mean, it's a little bit cooler now, it's like 37 degrees. It's still absolutely, well actually it's not the heat that's the problem, it's the humidity. It's crazy. I've broken away from the pack. I'm going on my own exploration. in this random town, Valladolid, a Mayan town from the 16th century. Tattoos and piercings? No necesito ahora. Let's see. I mean, supposedly this is a really safe town anyway, because they get so much tourism, because this is like a forefront for Mayan culture, obviously with Chichen Itza here, and apparently there's multiple different big old truck, but apparently there's a lot of different Mayan structures and archaeological sites close by, so it gets a lot of tourism year round. Maybe we picked a bad time to go at the moment because it is 40 degrees. It's insane. Oh, I went to walk down here because I thought it was the next street. I don't actually know where I'm going now. Let's have a look. Comex Pharmacy. Can I cut down here? No. What does that say? Do you know what's happening here? No, I don't. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. All right. Well, that was short-lived. I thought it was going to be some back streets I could walk down and explore, but it turns out to be a dead end, and we're getting picked up in 15 minutes, so I don't want to go too far and get lost or miss the coach. Not that I doubt they'd leave me, but you know, can never be too sure. Let's see. I'm gonna have to cut into the road here for a second. But yeah, what I actually want is a drink that I saw online called guarana or guaranara. I can't remember if that's the right pronunciation, but it's like an Amazonian fruit. Actually, to be fair, we're not in the Amazon, so it would make sense for it to not be here, but oh well, I digress. Here's where we're currently walking. Pretty much, I started off on this corner here with the corner of the yellow building. That's the Spanish colonial church that was built when the Spanish took over. It's still standing from the 1600s or something like that, because obviously they say it was discovered in the 1600s or 16th century even, but obviously the Mayan people have been here for I think 3,000 plus years until they were officially discovered by Western cultures, Spanish and whatnot. But history here has been very interesting. Now we're back at the Plaza Mayor, which is the main plaza, and then we'll see. We're crossing, we're trying to cross, there's a police officer approaching me. Muchas gracias, señor. What a nice guy, he literally stopped traffic for me to cross. This is great. Right, now I've got to look through, oh, pigeons. Mexican pigeons.